Hello learners, this is Madam Latricia Manda with another Humanities and Social Studies lesson. Remember, we are in the 4th week of doing our online lessons, and this happened to be lesson number 6 of our online lessons. In this week, we'll be talking much about the different steps of hydrologic cycle. This is just a continuation from where we stopped last time. So I'll start looking at groundwater storage. This is also another step of the hydrologic cycle. All these things are there in the picture that I sent to you about the hydrologic cycle. So here is an explanation on the groundwater storage. This is water that has not precipitated on or run off into streams or rivers, but instead moves in deep underground, forming pools known as groundwater storage. In groundwater storage, water joins up in the soil and forms pools of saturated soil instead of escaping the soil. These pools are called aquifers. Proceeding with our lessons, let us look at springs. The process of springs. How does this occur? This occurs when an aquifer becomes oversaturated and the excess water leaks out of the soil onto the surface. Most commonly, springs will emerge from cracks in rocks and holes in the ground. Sometimes, if conditions are particularly volcanic, the spring will heat up and form hot springs. That's the formation of springs. Proceeding with our lesson, let us look at runoff, the process of runoff. How does this happen? This happens after heavy rainfall has saturated the soil. It will cease to absorb water, and additional rainfall, as well as melted snow and ice, will simply flow off of the surface. The flow follows gravity down hills, mountains, and other inclines to form streams and join rivers. The flow follows gravity down hills, mountains, and other inclines to form streams and join rivers. This is known as runoff, and it is the principal way in which water moves along the Earth's surface. The rivers and streams are pulled by gravity until they pull together to form lakes and oceans. What about stream flow? As another step of hydrologic cycle, stream flow. So on this step, how does this one happen? This is the direction of the runoff takes to form a stream, and it is this flow which dictates the river's current depending on how close they are to the ocean. Because ice and snow make up a large portion of the water involved in runoff, the heat waves are a principal cause of flooding, as the water stored on the surface is suddenly released into runoff flow. In particular, a warm spring following a cold winter can result in quite spectacular flow, as a large volume of water gets stored in ice and snow, only to quickly melt and form new streams. Another process is about ice caps. This occurs when a large volume of snow falls and is not evaporated or sublimated. The ice compacts under its own weight to form these caps. In caps, glaciers and ice sheets contain a huge amount of water, and those found in the polar regions of the planet are the largest stores of ice found in the world. As the atmosphere warms up slowly, more and more of this ice melts and evaporates, releasing more water into the hydrologic cycle. It is this process which causes rises in the ocean level. There is a point to note. in this topic, so here is it. The hydrologic cycle happens continuously with all different steps happening simultaneously around the world. The biggest concern that many have with the hydrologic cycle is the availability of drinkable water, which is something that is constantly in flux. And the melting of the huge ice storages at the polar caps, having an understanding of the different steps of the hydrologic cycle, is an important step in understanding what effect human activity has on the world's water. So that's the very important point to note in this topic. So, good learners, we started this topic long time ago in the first week when we were looking at the environment. So this marks the end of our topic, the environment. Remember, we've looked onto the human activity that affects the environment, and also after that we looked onto the components of the environment, which is we have four main components of the environment, which is the lithosphere, atmosphere, those things. You remember those things. So here, this was just a continuation of our topic whereby we're looking at some of the steps of the different steps of this water cycle. So thank you for always being there in this topic. Thank you for sparing your precious time just to attend to the lessons. Remember, COVID-19 is real, so always follow the precautionary measures of the COVID-19. This has been Madam Latricia Manda. Bye-bye for now.